Okay, so good day, good afternoon, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining yet another live stream session coming to you from the stables of FBS and my humble self, Adetola Freeman Ogunkunle. Good afternoon to you guys. Let me start by first of all apologizing. I'm really sorry we're starting a little bit behind schedule. All right, it's due to some unavoidable situations, So I apologize, and I want to assure you that we're going to have some exciting time together today. All right, so first of all right, let me begin by saying I understand the whole economic shutdown situation in the United States has been a bit destabilizing, all right, for a lot of traders, in the sense that, there has been no clear direction as to what exactly to expect from the US market. All right, so I want to let you know that as confusing as that situation is, all right, there is still some good news, all right, that can be had in spite of, the situation as it is. Okay, so that's why today, before we go into the the analysis and the chart breakdowns, all right, I'm going to be sharing with you something that you can do in times like this where there is obvious confusion about the what exactly price wants to do. All right. Remember, this particular stream, we're not trading the NFP per se. We're simply coming to discuss about whether or not the US dollar will crash because of the unemployment release. All right, because of the unemployment release. So I'm seeing a couple of my good friends in the comment section. Alpha is good to see you. Good afternoon. Dame Hussein is good to see you. Naxo TV is good to see you. Jeremy Otao, it's good to see you. John Ray, yes, it's been moved, but that's why we're having this stream, just to discuss about some of the things that you can anticipate against next week. Ezra, my good friend, good afternoon. It's good to see you. Talk is cheap. Good to see you. Unable to see comments on my post. Onta, do you mean on Telegram? Joshua Kagmandi, please hold on. All right, we'll talk about some of these things. Victor Atasi, we're going to get there. Just hold on. Clinton, my good friend, it's good to see you. Panajot, don't worry. Euro USD, we'll talk about it too. Ujeoku Endurance, welcome. Ebenezer Namso, you're welcome. Dio Nevin, good afternoon to you too. Lawson FX, good afternoon. Greetings to you, my good friend. Indigenous Traders Tech, good afternoon. All right, so guys, if this is your first time, don't forget, all right, if this is your first time, please drop a comment in the chat box. Just type first time. Just type it in the chat box, all right, and then I am going to give you a shout out. Kenneth, it's good to see you too. Thank you for joining. Abu God Okoro, it's good to see you. Onta, it's good to see you. All right, so I think that must be, who's that now, that talked about the Telegram? Onta. Now, please, Onta, you might want to ensure that your account is not currently banned because of spam. All right, so text the spam bot on Telegram and confirm if the issue is from your account or you were actually banned in the Telegram channel, that we have. Okay, so look into that. Dio Nevin, is your first time. Woohoo! Good to have you here. Patrick Jobet, first time from Sierra Leone. Good to have you. You're welcome. Joshua, it's good to see you. It's your first time as well. Woo! Kenneth Morinda, it's your first time too. Fantastic. Oyeban G. Araoye, good afternoon, Superman. Unfortunately, I am not Superman. I am Adetola Freeman, not some Clark Kent kind of stuff. But thank you so much for the compliment. Mr. Langa, it's your first time joining. Fantastic. You're welcome. Antonio Juan, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hunter, it doesn't mean you're a spammer, but please just do what I just said, all right? Text the spam bot on Telegram, all right? And then you can see what exactly is the issue, whether it's on your account, whether the restriction is on your account, all right, or a restriction placed from the Telegram channel itself, all right? So that's what I mean. Joan, you miss me. I miss you too. First time from Botswana, Fenio. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yes, Clinton. So, guys, if this is your first time, please like the stream, share. This is how we do it, just to get more eyes into the stream. So, without further ado, I'm going to be telling you how to undo situations where you actually have no clue, no idea what to do next or what price is trying to do. All right. Toti Styles from Uganda, you're welcome. It's your first time. I celebrate you. Abdullah Musa, you're welcome too. So, guys, let me teach you a practical step-by-step approach that you can do. All right. So let's look at this. So, say for example, I'm trying to trade the markets, but there's a consolidation. All right. I'm going to show you an example of what I mean by a consolidation. So let's say what happened here. All right. So let's take this rectangle, all right, as the consolidation region. Okay, that's the consolidation region. Now, what you want to do is you want to ask yourself, if price is consolidating around this particular price zone, what could possibly be the reason? All right, it's like asking a question like, okay, if an helicopter is hovering around a certain location, what could be the reason? All right, or if you see a child, all right, hovering or just going around a particular toy spot or a particular mannequin, all right, you want to ask what exactly could be going on, okay? So when consolidations like this happen, the next thing you must realize is that it is happening because price is looking for something, all right? Price is looking for a pivot, all right, a price point that it can more, how do I put it now, more reliably react from. Okay, so what you want to do, if you find that maybe on the 4 hours time frame, you want to go to the next time frame, the higher time frame. All right, you want to get to the higher time frame, then use your line chart on the higher time frame, and then you want to search for pivot regions. All right, this is a pivot region because price has tested, price has closed. All right, price has closed a couple of times around that particular spot. So I have the first one, all right, then I can look for the other spot that is closer to this. All right, so that becomes my region, all right, my pivot region. Then I can switch back to the candlesticks, go back to the 4 hours time frame, and then I realize that the closest pivot, all right, is not a support, it is a resistance. All right, the closest pivot is not a support, it is an area of resistance. So what does that tell me? It tells me that price is more likely to react from a supply zone than a demand zone. And once you're able to do something like that, you would be entering the trade much more reliably. All right, such that if I missed the entry from here, all right, if I'm unable to take the entry from here, it doesn't stop me from being able to take the entry from this break of structure, all right, and then the retest that followed it. All right, so if I missed this initial entry, all right, there are a couple of positions where I can still be able to take my entry. All right, this would be the first one. You can see price broke structure, came back for a retest. And then as a result of this retest, we're able to get an entry from here. All right, as a result of this break and retest, we're able to get this other entry from here. All right, so that is how you want to approach situations where price is consolidating, but you don't know exactly what it is trying to do next. All right, you have no clue what exactly it wants to do next. So this is the approach. All right, does that make sense? Elliot's Trades, welcome. It's your first time. Of course, yes, I'm going to do something along that line. All right. So now that there's an economic shutdown in the US, all right, tells me that, okay, we might not be able to see such solid momentum from the news. Why? Because investors are going to be careful about jumping right in immediately after a shutdown, all right, unless there is very strong fundamental indication towards that direction, okay, towards that direction. So as a result of that, this session, we're going to be doing or taking a look at some practical things that you can expect from the market over the next couple of days. All right. So if you understood what I've explained so far about addressing consolidations, all right, or finding trades in spite of consolidations, can you please drop a fire emoji in the chat box? All right. If you understood what I just explained about this consolidation concept, please and please and please drop a fire emoji in the chat box. Let's do that, guys. Let's do that, guys. Fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji. Drop it. All right, William, thank you. Ephraim, thank you. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming, guys. Keep these reactions coming, guys. Dan and Frederick. Well, you can always come back to watch the recording again. It's always going to be here on YouTube. You can always catch up on it, okay? Jeremy Otao, lovely. Yes. Davian, good, good, good. Osei, good. TNT, lovely. Michael Daniel, amazing. Ebenezer, thank you. Panajot, just relax. I want to assume that this is your first time and that's why you are so, so anxious. Just relax, all right? We'll get to it. Omar, Bapa, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Adia Adnan, oh, come on, you came late. Don't worry, we're going to do some things. Amazing, 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 amazing. Good time. Thank you so much. So, guys, this is how I personally approach areas where it seems confusing. I don't know what the market wants to do next. Okay? When such a thing happens, I just simply go to the next time frame, all right, the higher time frame. I check for the pivot, all right, the closest pivot on that higher time frame. And once I go on that time frame, I find the supply or demand that agrees with the pivot, all right? Always works at least 95% of the time, all right? And you'll be able to catch some remarkable trades. And I mean remarkable trades, all right? Global level intercessors, you can just rewind, all right? Once the session ends, just rewind and catch up, all right? Because we need to move on to the next segment, which is the segment where I begin to call out the expectations or the trades that we want to take, okay? That's lovely to hear, TNT. I'm so happy to hear that. All right, so now to the business of the day. So first things first, on the 1 hour time frame, we want to see where the consolidation regions are. Because this will help us to be able to position better for the news, all right, in the event that there is actually volatility from the news, all right? If the reverse is the case, we also have an approach for that as well, okay? So don't panic. We have, we have good reason to trade as calmly as possible. All right, TNT, for this one that I explained earlier, all right, about the consolidation, You can always just watch this video again and again, all right? It's always going to be here on YouTube. You can always catch up on it. All right, I think we have 18 more minutes. Okay. I want to believe you guys remember the rules. All right. Number one rule is that you do not, don't trade with your entire portfolio. All right. Be sure that whatever it is you are exposing to this particular trades is a fraction of your entire portfolio that you're comfortable risking. All right. And I've shown you, I've told you how to do that time and again. I've told you how that you can move funds from one account to another account, all right, so that you have a specific account that you use for trading the news. Okay. So if $25, $50 is what all you can afford to risk, all right, so what you want to do is you want to move that $25, $50 to your news trading MetaTrader account, all right, your MT5 for trading the news. Okay. So you want to do that. That's one. Two, make sure that you apply trailing stops. All right. Make sure you apply trailing stops to your trades. That's number two. Then number three, in your trade, all right, you want to ensure that there is no iota of greed. All right. Slippage happens. So you relying on a stop loss or take profit is not going to be the optimal option. All right. So when price gets to the desired take profit, do well to close it yourself. All right. And if you feel like, oh, the loss is more than you can handle, please close it manually, because slippage can cause price to go beyond your stop loss or take profit. Okay. So that is that about that. Let's go wants me to talk about how the ceasefire will affect gold as a safe haven asset. Now, you need to understand that the demand for gold is not only driven by whatever is happening in the Israeli-Pakistani corridor. All right, there's some other factors that are also contributing to it. Okay, so whatever is going to happen, all right, even if the ceasefire agreement goes through, what you want to do is to first of all go and check how does that ceasefire affect the US economy. Why? Because majority of defense contractors and weapon scientists and people that are engaged in all these technologies for warfare, majority of these companies are domiciled in the United States. All right. So if the ceasefire does not necessarily shake the US economy too much, it means it might not really have a major impact on gold. All right. But if you see that it affects or it impacts gold, the DXY or the dollar, US dollar, all right, then we can go and extrapolate that reaction on gold. Do you guys get it now? So at this point, we just want to establish buy stop and sell stops, because the strategy we trade with is referred to or is called the straddle trading strategy. All right. And that's what we're going to be using right here. So we have a buy stop at 1.16236. And our sell stop at 1.16037. All right, so those are the values for Euro USD. Remember, like I said, you want to place these orders like 3 minutes to the release, all right? 2-3 minutes to the release. Forest, yes, that's what we're doing, all right? Buy stop, sell stop is what we're doing. Forest, can you please explain to Lawson? The concept we're trading is the straddle trading strategy. It's not a popular strategy, but it's a real strategy. And it's something I've been using for the past several years. Very profitable, works for me. You can see proof of this by going through all the live streams on the channel. All right, you'll see that this has worked quite amazingly well for me so far. All right, buy stop GBP USD is 1.33809. And the sell stop is 1.33649. So when we return to gold, our buy stop on gold is 4048.48. Our sell stop is 4025.18. Samuel, I want to assume that this is your first time on the call, all right? So please just stick around, watch how it's done, all right? Learn from it, and then you can join us next time. TNT, where can you find the concept? Unfortunately, I'm not sure it's that easy to come by, all right? Because as far as I know, I think I'm still one of the few people that still believe in the strategy or that are still familiar with it. All right, because there's been a lot of people who have attempted it, but they were unable to get the best results from the strategy. All right, so the BS means buy stop, the SS means sell stop. All right, BS means buy stop, SS means sell stop. Prosper Eden, we do not rely on take profit or stop loss. What we use is a trailing stop. All right, it's a trailing stop. That's what we use for our positions. We use a trailing stop. Why? Because a trailing stop follows the price. All right, a trailing stop naturally tracks price movement. So again, these are the figures for Euro USD. Buy stop is at 1.16236. Sell stop is at 1.16037. Samuel, no. Like I said, please just sit back, watch how we do it, all right? You can watch other videos of streams like this to get familiar with it, but what we trade is a straddle trading technique, which means that we want to catch the breakout of a consolidation range. Okay, that's literally what we're trading. These are the values for gold. And then for those of you that asked about GU, these are the values for GU. Okay? All right, so I think we have 8 more minutes. All right, and within that time, I want us to, there's something we're going to go over. All right, there's something that we're going to go over. So just hold on. Prosper Eden, I addressed that. This your request. I addressed it on the Telegram platform, talking about using the web terminal, the MetaTrader 5 web terminal. I addressed it on Monday. All right, I think it was 2 Mondays ago, in fact. So if you've not been attending the Monday sessions on the Telegram channel, you probably should. There are certain peculiar information that I give out during that session, all right, because it helps you become the, a much better trader than you probably are already. Ahmud Al-Wadahi, my good friend. 5 more minutes before the news release, and we are here and waiting. TNT, don't worry. If you attend and you keep attending the sessions, you'll get a hang of it. There are many people here who never knew what straddle trading technique was, all right, until they joined the stream, and some of them can already trade it themselves. Nuba Duba, you're asking for EU. What exactly do you want about EU? Do you want from EU? Praise ye the Lord, the Almighty, the King of creation. My soul exalting for he is thy rock and salvation. Though you will hear to his temple draw you near. Praise him in humble adoration. I want to believe we're all on the same page. 3 minutes to the release of the news. Let's see. Nuba Duba, I didn't ask you to place an order. I only gave figures for a sell stop and buy stop, which is a pending order. All right? If GU is close to the price point, you already know what to do. If it activates before the news, close immediately. Now, don't forget the news is tentative. All right, so if the news does not get released, it doesn't mean you run away from the stream. All right, if the news doesn't get released, I'm going to give you a top-down analysis or a breakdown of what you can expect, all right, from the news or from the market for next week. TNT, that would be amazing. Ephraim, I can never give up on it. Never. So Powell is going to be speaking by 1:30, which is 2 minutes from now. All right, so I believe that that is going to be the moment of truth. You don't have to go the 360 degrees. But now it's time we go the 180. And you don't have to climb the highest mountain. Because all you're looking for is within you. So open the eyes of your mind, your ears and mouth, as you hear my words. So open the eyes of your mind, your ears and mouth, as I sing my song. Oh, oh. Da 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 da. I'll be waiting, I'll be waiting. All right, Powell is speaking already, and you can see it might not be moving the market too much already, but I think it's having quite an impact on the market already. I'll be waiting for you, you, and you. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Yeah, TNT, amazing. That's the mindset. The market is always going to be here. So there's no use blowing your account just during a moment of uncertainty, all right? So let's see. Apparently, the news is Powell's speech is not affecting the markets as much because Powell is speaking. A Fed member is also going to be speaking. Bowman is also going to be speaking in the next 4 minutes. But regardless, we can see that the speech is not exactly moving the market per se. All right, you can see it's really not moving the market per se. So now that that is the situation, all right, or now that we've seen that that is the case or the scenario, all right, I am going to now share with you some of my perceptions, all right, from the Monday market review session that we had on Telegram. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, let's see. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get you on the page. Okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We're almost there, almost there, almost there. Yes. Okay. Okay, I think that pretty much settles it. Yeah. Yes, since your pending orders are not getting triggered, all right, I think only GBP USD has been triggered. All right, only GU buy stop has been triggered, and I'm sure that you have your trailing stop following that. Okay, so you can delete all others. All right, delete all others. If your GU is active, you can leave it, or you can close in whatever profit you've made so far, if that's good enough for you. Odeyemi Isaac, you know how it is now. I'll be waiting for you. You, and you. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, oh. Yes, I've been waiting. I'll be. All right, so guys, let me quickly take you through what I explained in the beginning about how to address consolidations. All right, about how to address consolidation. So I'm going to give you that walkthrough. All right, I'm just going to give you that walkthrough right now. So let me open a new Euro USD chart. Okay. All right, so brand new Euro USD chart. Maybe I noticed the consolidation on the 1 hour time frame. All right, so this is the consolidation on the 1 hour time frame. Let's say. All right, so that's the consolidation on the 1 hour time frame. Remember what I told you. The next thing you want to do is go to the next time frame. All right, the next higher time frame. Go back to your line chart and then plot out the pivots. Then come back to the candlestick chart. And then highlight. All right, so now that I've done this, okay, now that I've done this, you can see that I already now have an area of entry, which of course I can still go to the 1 hour time frame and confirm. All right, but if you see what price is doing right now, you realize that there is a huge chance that this becomes the direction the market ends up going. All right, and that's why when you come to GBP USD, you find that GBP USD is already bullish. All right, GBP USD is already bullish, and where is that momentum coming from? It's coming from this demand zone. All right, on Monday during the stream on Telegram, I was telling my people that we can anticipate price reacting from the overall zone here. All right, this overall zone here, which was this reaction, as you saw it happen. All right, then price came back into this zone again after breaking this low, came back for a retest. All right, so you see that we've had some solid market movement already. Please, if your pending orders have not been triggered, close it now. All right, now is the best time to close it. All right, All right. So you guys can see what exactly happened here. Let me go to a clean Euro GBP USD chart so you see what I'm talking about. So 1 hour time frame, all right, 1 hour time frame. Let's look at it together. Where can I find? Okay, all right, there's no real serious consolidation here, except I think there was a consolidation here, a solid consolidation on GU at that point. All right, remember what I told you. The next thing you want to do is go to the next time frame, all right, and then you want to use your line charts to figure out the nearest closing price. All right, that could serve as a pivot region. And then when you've done that, you want to highlight the other block. So when we come back to the 1 hour time frame, what you would observe is that we're able to get in on a massive trade. Can you see? All right, we're able to get in on a massive sniper trade. Some people would have considered this breakout, all right? Some people would have considered this a breakout, all right? And they would have been looking for opportunities to say, okay, when price comes for a retest, I am going to buy. And you discover that they would have been very unfortunate because price immediately reversed afterwards, all right? So remember, this is an approach that is very similar to AMD, which is accumulation, manipulation, distribution, but it takes away every iota of guesswork. All right, so you're not trading based on guesswork. You're actually trading solid market reactions. Do we understand what I'm sharing with you guys today? All right, let's take another example. This is 5 minutes time frame. So let's say this is our area of consolidation, all right, and we're looking for an entry. So you come to the 15 minutes time frame, you use your pivot regions. And then we are able to figure out that this is the nearest other block. Now, since that is the nearest other block, you can see because from this consolidation, we are expecting a manipulation to happen. All right, before the actual break of structure, we are expecting that a manipulation must happen. So when you have done that, you'll discover that all you have next is price coming into this other block. And as a result of coming into that other block, you can see the drop. This would have naturally given you at least 1:13 risk to reward. All right. So these are some of the ways by which you can be able to catch some of the most remarkable trades ever. We're going to clear the chart again, and then we'll go over another trade scenario, which is this consolidation here. All right, so that's our area of consolidation. Let's go to the 15 minutes time frame. Oh no, that was at the 15 minutes. So we can now go to the 1 hour time frame. Line chart. Figure out where our pivots are. And looking at this, it's a bit tricky because the nearest pivot I'm seeing is here and here. All right, so we can come back to the candlestick chart, look for other blocks that align with that region. And that would be this breaker block, although we can simplify that breaker block further by using this other block. All right, and then you would see that on the 15 minutes time frame, price was going to come back into that region. All right, come back into that region, and then we get a move. Do you see that? We get a move. So that's how I approach consolidations. A consolidation is simply a range, a sideways trend. All right, when price begins to trade within a sideways movement. Okay, And naturally, the same thing happens whether it is an horizontal range, all right, whether it's an horizontal range or whether it is a range like this, a diagonal range, all right? So, having said that, let's go back to our poll as we type the loose ends and wait to see how things happen. All right, so the poll says if you accidentally open a trade in the wrong direction, what exactly is your next move? And I'm seeing that 5% said they would double their lot size and hope for the best. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with what that means, all right, when you say you double your lot size or you multiply your lot size and hope for the best, what you're simply doing is that you're using an approach, all right, that is referred to as martingale. All right. In some context, they call it dollar averaging, all right, especially if you're trading stocks. All right, meaning that you're taking multiples of your original position when price goes against you. All right. Then the other one is wait until the market reverses, and you've seen this kind of strategies, all right, which is strategies that require you to not use a stop loss at all. All right, you are mandated to do away with anything called a stop loss. All right, so there are people that use that approach, and I can see that about 24% of you indicated that that is your own approach to this situation. Whereas 71% said they will close the trade and reopen the right one. Now, this is important because if you don't know how to accept losses quickly, you're going to be doing your account more damage than good. All right, as a trader, you want to be able to tell yourself and confront yourself with the truth. All right, without being afraid to face the consequence of that truth. So if I've made a mistake, I need to be humble enough to acknowledge that mistake. All right. So I'm saying this simply because for those of you who you've learned so many things about strategy, technical analysis, and the likes, but you're struggling with psychology. You don't know how to approach psychology. All right. The team has put together a course, a quiz. All right. It's like a gamified quiz. Very simple, very exciting. All right. And some of the questions are actually hilarious, all right? And you can join, you can participate in that quiz by simply clicking the link that I am pinning in the chat box right now. All right, that link is going to take you to that quiz where you can learn more about how to better improve your trading psychology so that you can become a better and even better trader. Because the problem some of you have is not exactly your strategy. The problem some of you have is actually psychological. All right? You don't know what to do when certain things are happening. You don't know how to approach the markets in some cases. And in other cases, you are wondering or you are shocked at what the price is doing as against what you expected it to do. All right? So please take this poll. It's going to clarify a lot of things that you need clarification with. All right. And having said that, guys, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who has joined me on the call today. Remember, on Monday on the Telegram channel, we are going to be having a live Q&A session where you can ask your questions, learn more from the markets, and at the same time, prepare your analysis for the trading week. All right. So if you're not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel and our Telegram channel, you really, really want to. All right. Because if you're not doing that, then you're doing yourself some damage. All right, so please get the best of premium information regarding the financial market by simply joining our Telegram community and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Until I come your way again on Monday, the name remains Adetola Freeman Ogunkunle, the only black ninja in the Forex market. See you guys again next week, and God bless you. Bye-bye.